I would enjoy that very much for you.
Nah, maybe. Hello, everybody.
Hello. How's it going?
Quickly closes things on phone.
Well, trying to. I'm working, man. We're on the clock.
That's why you have your phone on.
So I definitely pulled it back out.
Yeah. Smack.
You know how we do.
Did you enjoy the dance?
I did. I was definitely a little stressed out when it started, but then once things immediately started to go wrong, I'm like, so this is how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But Cassius completely went. So wait. So sorry.
Oh, do you feel that yawn?
Sorry.
Did you hear it?
Excuse me.
Did you accept it deep into your kokoro?
I didn't do my kokoro. Yes. So all of the categories that Kato said Cassius won in, isn't there a combat trial too?
Yes.
Don't we have to do that?
There are 3 trials total.
Was this just the one trial?
This was just the first trial. There are 2 more. The second one is an address, essentially.
Gotcha. That makes sense now. Okay.
This is supposed to be like the cultural.
Gotcha.
The next
Okay.
one's like the political one, and then the third one is combat.
Yeah, the way it was talked about, like with him listing all of those different things and saying that Cassius won, and
so those were all the those were the cities.
Yeah. That makes sense now. I had to think about it, but
yeah,
that's kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, did we think we thought Cassius was going to win this challenge anyway? Didn't
we know he's going to win the whole thing,
the whole kit and caboodle. Well, see, now that he's won here,
yeah.
So he's won this one.
Yeah.
That means Amicus has to win this next one.
Yes.
Which means we're gonna get to the trial by combat, and then something's gonna happen. I don't know. I'm not gonna make a call that. I'm not gonna call my shot that far into the future. But because we are now through the first trial, and Cassius, and the score is 1-0 Cassius, that Amicus has to win the next one. So.
Wouldn't that be EXO?
What do you mean?
Well, isn't that how that's how rounds are called?
For what?
X is your winnings, and the first number is your winnings, and you say you only use numbers when you've finished. So when you're still in the competition, you say X for your number of.
Oh, like not winning a game, but or not winning the match, but winning the
your rounds.
Rounds, yeah. I guess so. I don't know. I don't know. Like
if someone says how you're doing in a tournament, you say I'm XO.
Right. Well, I didn't know that. I've never been in an actual tournament. So that is a terminology that I'm not sure about.
Okay.
It's good to know though. It's good to know for when I make my Yu-Gi-Oh debut and start.
It's the reason why you'll occasionally hear people go well, how do you know people will say what you need to win the tournament or get the top 32 is is X1, which means you're only allowed to drop 1 game.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Once I'm in the main hall, I'm able to breathe a little easier. Starting to feel the anger coming up through the absolute humiliation. I don't know exactly what I'm angry at. Not Amicus. It should be an Amicus. Even though he maybe should have had an idea that howls don't translate. Not Kato or the Triumvirates. They've made their right decision. I'd been a complete disaster out there. I guess I'm just mad at the whole system, that the responsibility of getting home rests on me just as much as the guy that got me here in the first place. But you should be mad at Amicus, because he should have taught you the dance better to where you can do it without the music.
Yeah, you should have just done the steps, not waited for cues,
Yeah.
Known the dance.
Yeah, come on.
For shame.
It isn't fair. It kind of is. So I guess I am pissed at Amicus in a way. See we're getting there.
Well, is he pissed at Amicus because Amicus didn't kiss him full on the mouth and lips and tongue?
Well, I'm sure he's upset about that too, but he should also be what the fuck, we had 2 weeks.
When you could have been preparing for this much more in advance.
Right?
But Amicus is the way that he is.
Oh, well, he's fine.
It's fine.
He's fine. Rub my dick for me.
Please, rub my dick for me. See, Oh man, we didn't win the first trial, so now Amicus isn't gonna get no rubby rubby,
No,
no
he's not
dinky
gonna get
rubby
his dick
rubby.
wet today.
Oh,
So I guess I am pissed at Amicus in a way, but the anger is a lot broader than that. I'm angry at the entire situation. I go straight to the bathroom, or roughly trying to yank off the stupid dress. It's tight around my neck, and I spend the next minute doing an awkward dance trying to find the button on the back so I can loosen it. Eventually, I just rip it off before I'm wiggling out of the dress, feeling a little guilty only after I see the beautiful fabric crumpled up on the ground. I stand there, breathing heavily, sweaty and hot. I look in the mirror and I'm a little surprised to see the makeup still mostly intact on my face. Which reminds me, I'm also pissed that the first time I go paraded out into the public, it's in a racist costume and makeup. I mean, not to them, though. Like, being fair, it's like
I suppose not.
not within this culture, and it was only being broadcasted to this culture. So, like, yeah, it's a little upsetting, but at the same time, like,
Well, I mean, the connotations of it being racist is, I mean, not entirely to his culture, but the way Alex described it, he said maybe a little, because it would be maybe offensive to the people to which he's mimicking, which is what
Yeah.
makes something racist.
yes, but they're not watching.
I know they're not watching, but it's all about how Marco feels about it.
Oh, Marcos can stop being a bitch.
Wow. Okay.
He's just being a whiny bitch right now.
He's always
He's just blaming everything
he's always
on
being a
everyone
whiny bitch, though.
except for himself because he's stupid.
Yeah, why would he? He's so self-insert. You can't be mad at yourself. It's always someone else's fault.
Well, of course, like I'm an infallible human being.
Infallible.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I get in the shower, letting the hot water run over my face, feeling a little better now that I'm alone with my thoughts, and out of the tight dress. Still, my mood is a bit dark. I guess now I can actually start to consider that I might be living here forever. While my mind initially rejects the idea, I guess it's not the worst fate. I'll at least be living in a palace with Amicus, and I know he'd take care of me. At least I think he would. Maybe this whole pet thing's temporary, and if he loses the trials, he'll just throw me out with the trash, maybe kill me like he'd once mentioned on the ship. Under my gloomy contemplations,
There you go.
though, I know that that's not the case. He wouldn't do that, but I can't promise myself that I'd be able to keep friendly with him if things really do go south. He told me this would be easy so many times. Even if the lingua hadn't messed up, I doubt we would still have won. After a good half an hour, I finally get out of the shower.
That's a good shower. A good half-hour shower. Hell yeah.
How much water is that?
A lot. It's great. Sometimes you just need to soak, man.
Then take a bath.
True.
Like, fuck
Good.
it.
But, well, see, I mean, that works for you because you're a lot smaller than me.
Yeah?
It takes bigger bathtubs for some. I'm too long for bathtubs. My length of body is much too great for a bathtub to be
Well,
comfortable.
you just have to sit there all scrunched up.
No,
Just
my
be
knees
like-
will be out of the water.
Just like, yeah.
I just want to be all in the water up to my neck. Damn
I
it.
guess you gotta go to a hot tub.
Yeah, true. I do like those.
Of course you would.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I stand in front of the fans for a bit, enjoying the way it whips my hair around before I pick up some underwear off the hook and tie it on. I'm pretty fast at doing that now, and not even having to think about it. Finally, I open the door. The cool air that rushes in is refreshing after such a hot shower, but I am immediately treated to the sight of Amicus walking away from the door, probably in the middle of pacing. He immediately turns around at the sound, though, his eyes wide.
Hey, Marco, how are you?
Bad. Great! I walk over to the dresser, opening Opening the one that's full of children's robes.
Really?
Sure. I hear Amicus huff behind me.
Please, I don't want to deal with that mood of yours right now. I just want to talk.
I don't understand. Wait.
What?
I don't want to deal with this mood, but I do want to talk. Well, you can't have it both ways.
Sure you can. Marco can just stop being a fussy bitch baby and
I
communicate.
mean, yes. But also, you're not helping.
I mean, that's true. It's very true. Very factual.
Did you come in at least with a cake? Or, like, food?
He's always walking
like-
around with cake, I guess.
No,
We haven't
he's
really
not.
seen his ass.
No, he's not. How about some pie?
Pies would be way better.
They both suck. They're both just sugary dessert. That's just like...
Yeah, but one is a better sugary dessert than the other. I would...
People who die on this hill I don't understand because they're both desserts. And like, so you're already killing yourself by taking one. And it's just like, what's the point of fussing over this?
What's the point of fussing over the best way to kill yourself?
I mean, I guess you might as well just be eating a Pop-Tart at that point. Like,
That's way different, though.
because that's at least actually actively killing you.
Yeah. But pies are good for your heart. They make it so much bigger. I'm kidding. Having a big heart medically is not good for you.
Yeah, I know.
It's a joke. It's a funny joke I made.
It's not.
It is. No, pie's really good.
Also, at least with a cake, you can do more with it. Not food-wise, but like decoratively.
True. This is fact. But I
You
was,
can't really turn a pie into like too much of a work of art.
Who
It kind of
cares?
just is what it is.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Well, yeah, because you like settling for things.
Oh my god.
That's fair, but but him telling me to stop sulking is just making me sulkier.
Making
You
me
know,
sulkier.
I would have loved to just talk like a week ago about that stupid trial. Imagine how much better it would have gone if I'd actually memorized the dance rather than just following cues from you in the song. I whip out a robe. Which, by the way, isn't a song. You always make fun of Earthlings in our primitive ways, but at least we actually have a variety of music. Oh, and we can actually sing. Not those creepy howling sounds that sound like you're dying.
Oh my god. Marco is on it.
Pretty good.
Marco is on this bullshit right now.
Amicus frowns at me, his ears flat.
You're upset.
No. What made you think that, you stupid...
Stop it, Marco. I'm just as upset and disappointed as you probably are. Was it the cameras? Maybe Kato that made you nervous? What happened?
I'm quiet for a moment, and I start tying on my robe. Then suddenly Amix's paws reach out, grabbing my right hand and yanking it away from my clothing. What?
What happened to your paw?
I look up. I look up and see the wolf staring at the palm of my hand with wide eyes before turning it this way and that. What?
Your skin, it's bunching up. Are you having a reaction to the powder?
I stare at him,
Oh my god.
confused before pulling my hand away to look at my pruny fingers. No, I was just in the shower for too long. My skin does that when I'm wet for a long time.
I've never noticed that before.
You take a short shower. The wolf frowns at me, then snatches my hand up again to stare at the fingers in fascination, even as I try to yank it back. At that point, I feel my mood about to take a turn in one or two directions, either exploding at Amicus in frustration, or angry over everything, or just laugh.
What do we get to pick?
Well, I mean, there's that great moment in the hit television series and beloved Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns, in which Playmaker is just like beaten on the ground and just says, "There's nothing to do but laugh in this situation."
I see. It's pretty good. Would you say that situation is applicable to here? There's nothing to do but laugh in this
I
situation.
mean, like, I just, I read this and thought about that. It's
pretty good.
Yusaku has some, even though Reigns is like a trash TV series,
Yeah.
it's got some choice lines, like, your opinion is noted and ignored.
It's pretty good. The memes that you show me from when the show is airing are just so good.
Jeez,
Abs.
Yusaku. How come Kusanagi lets you have 2 hot dogs? My past was stolen from me.
The Mirror Force memes are also very, very good.
I love the just zooming in on the lack of chest of Aoi.
It's pretty good.
Like,
Pretty
you just
fucking
look
funny.
at her and you're just like, wow, there's nothing.
There's nothing there.
I don't have the image, but I fucking love it. But it's all of the characters like falling over and landing on the chest of their respective female for the series, and then Yusaku just misses and hits the floor.
Oh my god. That's really good. Oh my goodness. Jeez.
I mean, have you seen Aki from 5Ds? Like, damn.
More like 5 double
for like,
Ds, right?
for like a 14-year-old girl, why she's so
Jesus.
busty?
Ridiculous.
I mean, Kotori makes sense. She's like in middle school, so it makes sense that she's like flat.
Right.
But then then you look at Aoi and you're like, aren't you like a junior in high school? I mean, you're Asian, but like,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, there's women now that I know that are very much flat chested.
yeah, I get it, but it's still just really funny that like
is-
that's the direction they chose for Aoi, and then of course she goes into brains, and the avatar she designs has big breasts, and you're just like,
I see.
okay,
I see. I see.
I
You know how it
understand.
goes.
And I find myself doing the latter, chuckling at first before letting out a loud guffaw.
Guffaw. Guffaw.
Guffaw.
Like Jafar, but guffaw.
No. Amicus gives me a strange look, finally letting me go.
Are you sure you're all right? You're worrying me.
I sigh as I finish trying on my robe before flopping back on the bed, hands above my head as I let the pleasant, cool air drift down from the ceiling to blanket my body. I know I'm going to get cold in a few minutes, but for now it feels good. Remember how you said that the lingua has trouble translating some things?
Yes,
I hear the wolf pause as he fingers out what went wrong. Heard nothing but wailing Latin in that howling noise. I had no idea what I was doing.
Oh gods.
There's a heavy thump, and I feel the mattress crater, and tilt sideways a bit. Oh, excuse me. As Amicus sits down next to me. So, yeah.
Marco, I'm so sorry. I didn't even contemplate that possibility.
It's fine. I don't think either of us could have.
I mean, I've listened to music from the Cats before, and I've never had an issue with lyrics translating.
I shrug. I don't know. Doesn't the lingua try to understand intentions too? Maybe I'm meant to hear the true language when you guys sing. It was happening while you were doing your song, even though I didn't realize it then.
Oh, you heard me sing?
I can hear the embarrassment in Amicus's voice. Yeah, it sounds fine, honestly. I was just being a dick earlier.
I know.
But still, I'm tired of you trashing on human culture.
I know.
And I know the makeup was offensive, by the way. I looked like an idiot all over Adastra to see.
You looked good.
I turned my head towards the wolf. Oh, really? Fumbling around like an idiot with no clue what he's doing looks good. Amicus stays quiet this time. I stare back up at the ceiling. I guess at least I'm keeping up the dumb primitive ape act, right? Amicus just sighs, getting up. I watch as he slowly walks over to the sofa to sit down.
I have to say that although you are a very kind, intelligent person, you're very frustrating when you get into these moods.
What? Frustrating.
Just so gloomy and self-defeating. You remind me of Cassius sometimes. The scandal.
I pull a face. Since when is he self-defeating? He seems pretty full of himself to me.
You don't know the real Cass. He very much dislikes himself.
Also, don't compare me to your brother. I really don't want to be thinking about him right now.
I'm just saying, I prefer you in lighter spirits. It suits you more.
I'll work on it. A long silence goes by, and with the way that Amicus is shifting around, I can tell that he wants to ask me something. What is it?
Well, I guess that little celebration is out of the question now.
The dinner? I sit up suddenly, giving him an incredulous look. Seriously?
Amicus! Whoa, I was just kidding.
We just lost the trial. You're one trial away from losing the Empire ship, and you're seriously thinking about that?
I was just having a bit of fun.
No, you want a pity handy.
It's not like I need you to do it. I can get the job done myself.
Then do it.
I will.
Amicus sits there, huffy, and not making eye contact. I sigh, remembering what the wolf had said about improving my mood. I often criticize Amicus for his tantrums, reminding me that it won't help us to salt.
Maybe you just needed a nut, Marco. Need that post-nut clarity. Maybe that would have helped before the
Maybe go to
performance.
Alex and ask for him to give.
Yeah.
He'd probably say yes.
Maybe.
I mean, he at this point he must be skilled at it,
True. I suppose that's fair.
right? It's kind of hypocritical that I don't hold myself to the same standard. It's not. Hold everyone accountable except for yourself.
Damn, words to live by. You heard it right here, folks. Hold everyone accountable hold everyone accountable but yourself.
Exactly.
Mr. Josh 2K22. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Sorry, I've just got a lot on my mind, obviously.
Listen, I know this went much differently than what we had planned, but I will certainly win the next trial. I've debated Cassius many times before.
Do I have to do anything?
Other than watch? No.
Lit. When is it?
2 weeks from now.
Are you gonna practice? You'd better win.
I will.
I sigh again, realizing that the knot I've had in my stomach. Oh, that knot. Okay. The past few weeks has a bit longer to stick around.
Oh my god.
and I might still.
Oh my god.
I make a jacking motion in the air. Later on, I'm just not in the right state of mind right now.
I understand. It was too early to make light of things. Though, maybe we could do something else that would make us both feel better.
Something else?
Yes, like I could just hold you?
Amix's voice gets uncharacteristically high on the last word. Hold me. I repeat his words. Why would you want to do that?
Well, companionship is part of pet duties, and holding or embracing is often how it is expressed. It might also be comforting to you, considering how stressful the past few hours have been.
Again, that hopeful look in. Again, I actually feel bad for him. How lonely do you have to be to just want to cuddle someone?
Look, it's real important.
But at the same time, I want to. Weak. I might not want to admit it, but I've also been lonely these past 3 weeks, emotionally and physically. Oh, what, are you gonna pretend that you were getting anything in your personal life, Marco?
Oh my
like, not just in the
God.
past 3 weeks, but, you know...
I mean, he had friends that he went out with.
Yeah?
Remember?
Yes!
He probably, had some fun with one of his trip buddies. It's what you do in Europe. you go a little wild and crazy, right? That's what they do over in Europe. You go travel abroad, you have your homosexual experience, and you come home and you never speak about it.
Did Johnny do that?
I don't know. He's never spoken about it.
You should talk to him. You should ask about it.
Well, I don't know. Johnny's too hetero. He did go over to when he went to Ireland a few years ago. He did come back with a girlfriend from Ireland. So like, I guess he tried to have like an experience, but he only had it in a very hetero way.
It doesn't count.
She did come to visit, and she was very pleasant. She was very sweet and very nice. Mm-hmm. She did end up being a little crazy, by my understanding. But also, when you have like a 5-hour time difference, as well as living in another country across a large, vast body of water, it might be difficult for some people. And Johnny is definitely someone who needs someone to like be there physically for him to.
At his beck and call at any minute.
Well, no, just to cultivate that relationship. He's that kind of person for sure.
Okay. Also, I really liked our short hug. So a longer one. Try not to look too eager myself. I sighed and stand up.
It's trying to be all soon.
Right. Amicus's ears immediately perk up in happy surprise. He leans back, legs together, waiting as I walk up to him.
Oh, is his tail wagging? Do you?
I sit down in his lap, a little awkwardly at first as I wobbled around, then finally settled on turning sideways, knees drawn up as I lean my shoulder against his chest. Amicus pauses, then wraps his arms around me. Despite the awkward start, I'm amazed at the way I just sort of fit against the curves of his body. His big furry arms envelop me, and I feel the muscles tighten briefly before relaxing. His soft stomach cushions against his side, making it feel as if I'm leaning against.
Oh, that's I don't think that's correct, but
yeah,
sure.
Leaning against a big furry but firm waterbed.
Oh, damn it, Marco! You fucking ruined Amicus.
Amicus
completely.
is now. Throw him out.
Absolute
He's not.
Garbage. Oh, can't
worst boy.
Actual worst boy. Can we bring Neferu back?
No.
Please?
Cassius is an option.
But he's not. He's got Alex.
Why not be Polly?
Because he probably doesn't want to be.
You don't know that?
I am assuming, sure, but he probably doesn't want to be. He's probably like, yo, let me get that.
I don't know. Cassius seems like a somewhat needy person, so having two people at beck and call.
True.
So, like, if one's unavailable, he has the other.
You're like, all right, Marco, on your knees. Alex, you go sit over there and watch. Look me dead in the eyes and do not break eye contact. Marco, get busy.
Man, how long is the video? It's okay, I have time for this. Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait, are you telling that story? Oh my god. Oh my god, we're telling that story.
So
holy shit.
There was one night where, like, I was playing card games with some folks, right? Pretty normal night. Can I use names? It's fine if I don't use last names. So there's a guy that we call Lester the Molester, right? Ignore that nickname real quick.
Oh boy.
And like there was a girl that started coming to those those nights, really just to like mac on him.
Okay, right.
And he's the guy who's like he hits on any girl within any vicinity of him
with a pulse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but there was another guy there that night.
Yeah.
And so this girl was like, kind of like, hey, if you're all free tonight, you can come to my apartment.
Okay. And
she really wanted me to go.
Uh-huh.
Even though I had already previously turned her down.
Right. But
this other guy was like, I don't know. Like, and she's like, come on. And like, this was like a 3-hour, we had already packed up and weren't playing anymore. And this was just like them going at it, like whether or not they were, I was just enjoying the show at that point.
God.
And then I was like, you know what? It's late. I'm going to go.
Right.
And so everyone got like, people do that,
Yeah.
if one person decides.
Then everyone leaves.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're like, "Well, are you gonna go to the apartment with me?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
And then like the other guy's like, I don't. And then the other guy's like, "Yeah, I'll go." So then the first guy's like, "Okay, fine." Like,
Okay.
and I leave them, none the wiser. The next week we're chatting, right?
Okay.
And one of those two guys doesn't come back.
Fuck. I love this story.
And yes, both these guys did go to this girl's apartment. And the new guy did fuck her. But the guy that was normally the one fucking this girl decided to just sit in the corner of the room while playing his Switch, watching them have sex.
Fucking bless.
And I'm just like...
Oh.
When I was told that, I'm just like, one, I'm not surprised. Because I always knew he was a cuck by the way he talked, right?
Oh my
So,
god. He just had that way about him.
He just has that energy.
You knew he was a cuck.
Yeah, right? And you're just like, but you're also like, oh my god, like the sex was so bad this guy didn't want to come back to this like community.
Oh. So wait, so the guy who had sex with her
Yeah,
didn't
he
come
didn't come
back?
back.
Oh my god. But she came back for a little while still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, for the other guy, because they like
Because
continued
they were.
to just.
Oh
yeah.
my god, that's so funny.
Right. Right. By the way, this cuck was engaged.
Oh my fuck. Oh, that story is so funny to me.
Facts.
That story
just
is
like,
hilarious.
I can't deal with this like relationship drama.
And this
that
is
they
like
all do.
This is like relationship drama with a bunch of card game nerds. Like what the fuck?
Apparently, she had slept in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game community. She had slept around the like everyone who was a regular at that time.
That shop?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It did for her. It does not matter.
I mean, hey.
She just wants to get something. And what else than losers who will say yes to anyone?
I mean, hey, if all
A
you
Yu-Gi-Oh
need
player.
all you need is a dicking, it takes very little. If your standards aren't very high, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
can you get it up? Do you promise not to come inside me? All right, let's go. That's probably all it took.
Probably. And you know what? I guess more power to her.
Yeah, let her
But
do
it's
her
also
thing.
like the Yu-Gi-Oh player base.
I mean,
Really?
what was her attractiveness level generally, like in a general sense? Like, could she have gone somewhere else and pulled better?
No.
Okay, not that I like to shame people for their looks, but I guess it is what it is.
Right?
Damn, man, who the hell knew there was so much like Gossip Girl, Sex in the City level drama at a fucking card game?
Yeah, but it's every community, right?
I guess in every community you'll have.
It just seems more
shit.
pathetic.
Oh my god.
When it's in a Yu-Gi-Oh community.
Why? Because everyone in a Yu-Gi-Oh community just wants to have sex.
No, it's because it's a Yu-Gi-Oh community.
Like, hey, like you said, she was probably just like, you know what? I need like some dick. Let me just go down to the local card shop and grab the nearest individual with a penis that will just have sex with me if I ask them to. Sometimes it just works. You just gotta find the right demographic, and if you're okay with that demographic, all the power to you.
Right. She was weird. His soft stomach cushioned against my side, making it feel as if I leaned as if I'm leaning. Oh, I already read this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
His chest is broad and thick, propped my head up comfortably as he scoots his butt out on a bit to help us better recline. Then he tucked my head under his chin, and just like that, I'm surrounded by the warmth, the cool that had started to bite at my bare skin, dissipating immediately.
Despacito?
I don't know what that is.
It's fine. Just move on.
that something I should know?
Not really. It's a song that was pretty popular a few years ago, I think now. It was kind of a meme. It was like the popular thing to do was to be like, "Aw, that's so sad. Hey, device that perks up when you say her name, play Despacito."
I like how you didn't want. You're, why don't you just have her turned off all the time?
Because I like to use her sometimes.
For what?
To play
You
music.
can just use your phone.
No, it's so much like, say if I'm like washing the dishes or doing something with my hands, it's so easy to just be like, "Hey, blah blah blah, play my playlist or play this song that I like."
Is it worth buying a smart device just for that?
Well, I bought it when it was like 90% off, so yeah.
Oh my god.
And I bought it like years ago. When I was making considerably less money, so it was really cheap.
Oh my god.
So yes.
I feel a little a thrill in my chest as the feeling of having this wolf so large and powerful hug and cuddle me gently. Something about that is so nice. Amicus, it just holds me in silence for a while, and I feel his paws shift around a bit, like he's kneading through the robe. Yeah, through the robe to the skin on my back.
Is he making biscuits?
Maybe.
But he's a kid. But he's a dog, not a cat.
Dogs can make biscuits.
Well, I guess sometimes they do like the before they like do that and then curl. Oh, do you think Amicus curls in circles a few times where he lays down? I would love that.
Oh no. Finally, his deep voice rumbles through his chest and against my ear.
Is this all right?
Yeah, this is fine. I blush, embarrassed at how much I'm enjoying this. Originally, I just wanted to make him feel better, but he was right about this making me feel better. Amicus rubs his chin down against the top of my head, and I hear him inhale.
I suppose this isn't a normal thing to do on Earth.
Well, it is if you're dating someone. It's not a usual thing with friends, though.
If you're weak.
Amicus's paws at me a bit more, making those tiny movements as if he's trying to feel me as much as possible, without being obvious about it.
What is dating on your planet?
Sucking on someone's dick? I shrug,
Okay.
though it's hard to do against the wolf's embrace. Just asking someone you like out on a date. Basically, it just means that you like the person and you want to know more about them. And dating helps you do that.
Ah, sounds fairly casual. So how does one initiate dating?
I don't know. Just ask them. Give them flowers if you're old-fashioned. Excuse me. But it is pretty casual, honestly. Why are you so curious? It's Amicus's turn to shrug.
I always want to be careful about your boundaries. It's easier when I understand your culture better.
I lean against the wolf, realizing that even though I'd made a complete fool out of myself just half an hour earlier, I feel fine. I kind of hope that this isn't the last time we do something like this. And knowing Amicus, it likely won't be. Okay, well, we'll end the part here.
Well, that was
with 0 reading. Good.
Hey,
amazing.
We got a lot of reading done. What are you talking about?
We read one scene.
Yeah, that's fine. I felt the story that you told was very important because it's so funny.
Good night, everyone.